was a good one. Fresh shade. Y'all can feel free to comment your questions down below in the chat, or you can send them anonymously in the question box down below as well. If you'd like to take priority, send your love offerings if you want to make sure your question gets addressed.
Peace, Judith forever, or Carlene from Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah. I fear the darkness. Come on, Miss 22.
I fear the darkness. My dream of the sheer black curtain. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know, it's the darkness can be scary, but anything you can't see or understand is always scary. You know, I've had encounters in the dream world, and really not even in the dream world, actually in the astral world, within this physical world, but in the astral world. I've had the Grim Reaper come visit me. But by the time he came, though, I wasn't fearful, so he actually ended up handing me his scythe, which is he was just trying to, you know, he was just giving me my power, basically, over my own life, you know, because the Grim Reaper is there to take life, right? You know, so then he gave me the power to my own life. So, and I accepted that, you know, fearlessly at that time. So, you know, but by that time that he came through, I already understood, you know, so then there was no fear.
Our theme song on, y'all. If you know, you know.
Peace, Frida Jew. Oh, don't do that. Preach, learn, understand. Yes, Maria. Love it, facts. That was good information. I want to get storefront. Yep, Sour Soul Rocker. Working on it. CMT. All right.
What you doing? Oh.
Yeah, I don't see any questions. I'll give y'all like another minute to see if I come with any questions. Otherwise, we're going to close it out with a prayer.
Hey. Y'all know, if you know he won't hear, I would have been going in. Oh my God, this is my song. Y'all don't got no questions? You said dance. This ain't the space. I don't got no room. I would like to do a Reiki sesh. Probably like I'm gonna talk to King about it to see like when we can do something like that, because I want to do a.
What's in that glass? It's my favorite drink. It's organic fruit juice and Fireball. What does it mean when you have dreams of being a warrior and you're always killing what seems like monsters? I mean, you know, more than likely, I mean, in one sense, that could mean that's just a past life of yours. But in another sense, more than likely, it's just some aspects of yourself. People would call those demons that you are not, that need to be dealt with. I'll say some contracts that probably need to be broken. Or just some aspects of yourself that you need to face, right? That's you doing it on a subconscious level. The next level is to do it on a conscious level, where you are in meditation or just in thought, and you're going through those battles, but you're able to identify what those quote-unquote monsters are. So through my meditation battles and imagination battles that I used to have, the beings I were battling were just aspects of myself, my dark side, my different chakra sides, Sometimes it was just training that I was going through with certain spiritual guides. I've battled my shadow self, I've had to battle to free my soul. I've done battles with my soul and with different spiritual bodies that I have, in different dimensions. Sometimes in this dimension. So, but that was on a conscious level. So just like how people have these crazy, weird, monster, dragon slaying dreams, I have those too. Well, not as much now, not really anymore, because I've slayed a lot of those dragons in the conscious realm.
Slinging slashes.
So the beings that visit me in the dream world are more realistic, I guess you could say, more grounded, more in like actual reality. So either I have spirits that I recognize that come visit me in the dreams, or I have like alien type beings come visit me, or certain mystical beings that visit me in the dreams, and we talk it out, or they give me advice or something, or I deal with just other people that I actually physically know. I deal with their spirits in the dream world as well. I don't deal with like the monster thing so much anymore, because I've already done it in the conscious meditation world. Mm-hmm. So there's not really much hidden inside of myself like that. Let's see, I need to book with y'all for real. Well, when you need to book, you will book. You will book. Yes, I need how do I figure, all right, so Nikki, so pretty. How do I figure out what's blocking my money flow? I've been in different money bowls. For months, but I've still been struggling financially. Well, if that's the case, then it must be something, some kind of contract blocking you, or or a chakra that's blocked. So then you would need to book a session. I mean, that's what I can tell you. Otherwise, you gotta do it yourself. Well, you can do it yourself, and I'll tell you how to do it. Just you can sit down, go into meditation, and go search for the entities, whether they be some ancestors, whether it might be people that you actually know or used to know or was in a relationship with or whatever. Find those beings and talk it out and break those contracts, get your power back, and then boom, you open up that energy, right? And that may only be half the battle, though. I can't guarantee that that'll get you all the money that you want right away, because sometimes it's a timing thing too. Sometimes it's a mixture of, even when you do the work to unblock, you might still have to wait to a certain time period before you actually receive the money as well. So, but typically the first issue usually is just as a blockage usually. So. But if you can't do it, or you struggle with doing that, then that's where you got to put your money where your mouth is, and come book, and then and that's your sacrifice so that you can get the money you're looking for. The money bowl things are cool, but those money bowl things it's like going to a church. You're giving money, but what you giving money to? That's why I'm not gonna tell anybody to donate to us and then you're gonna receive money. Or you donate, to this channel and you're gonna receive all these blessings or something like that. It's like, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, you might receive some blessings, there's some return energy, but really what you'll receive is more, the blessing you receive is probably just more wisdom and more guidance from us, right? Support. But that's you're not facing anything, so how can you expect stuff to move out of your way by doing something so easy when you're already receiving value anyway, and you're giving money in the money bowl? It's like you're already receiving value anyway, so really you're just paying for what you already got. So it's, that's why the donations we take, it makes sense, like, okay, what could you actually get back? Well, we give back, our raffles to win pieces. Like, that's something that's like tangible that you can actually get. But otherwise, as far as you personally receiving the blessing and the unblocking and stuff like that, you got to go further than just a money bowl type thing. So you may need to save your money bowl money and then, get your sessions in. Let's see. I had a vision back on 96 on my first bid, and on a dark mass raised up out the middle of a cipher and reached out her hand. It was a feminine entity, strange but divine and righteous. What's your pet? EPT, what's that?
I think that was a typo. Maybe he said, what's your opinion? I'm not sure.
What's your opinion, maybe? I don't know. Oh, probably what's your opinion? I had a vision back on 96. What's 96?
I don't know if he's saying in 96.
Back on 96, I guess the year 96. On my first bid. Oh, jail, I guess. Yeah, probably.
Maybe they need to rewrite it clearly.
Probably jail. He said 96, I guess. And a dark mass raised up in the middle of a cipher, and I reached out her hand. It was a feminine entity. I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I probably would need more information. Yeah. I don't know what that. Nothing's coming out to me. I've been dreaming about coworkers. Well, I mean, you are connected to your coworkers, all the, their spirits. I don't dream when I sleep all the time. Is that unusual? When I do, I have a dream, but I don't understand them. Well, dreams are not always meant to be understood. That's not necessarily the point all the time. It's cool to try to understand them, but they're not necessarily messages that you're trying to tell yourself. Sometimes they are, and then sometimes they're just things that are just going on in your life. Sometimes they're just places that you happen to be traveling to, and it's just something to observe. Not everything's a lesson, not everything's a message. And some things are, some things aren't. Some things are just an experience. Some things are not meant to know right now, but you'll know later. So. As far as dreaming, we all dream. We just don't always remember the dream, meaning that sometimes, or you're not aware when you're in the dream world. Sometimes you're either not aware or you just don't remember at all. It's like being abducted. Like people get abducted by aliens and they have no recollection of being abducted, but they know time has passed. Like sleeping happens like that too sometimes. You go out, you do all kind of things. You're always doing something in the astral world when you're sleeping. But sometimes you just get totally wiped out for whatever reason. Sometimes you choose for it to get wiped out. Sometimes it gets wiped out by another entity. Sometimes you just don't have you're not strong enough to hold on to it. So then, it seems like you didn't dream, but no, you dreamt something. The dream is really just you. Dreaming just means the dream is you remembering where you went. That's what dreaming is. You remembering where you went. Sometimes you do not remember where you went at all, so it seems like you did not dream. So your twins dream of monsters. Yeah. Well, they dream of monsters. Now, I will say this. Sometimes the monster thing, especially with children, sometimes the monster thing can be like a certain level of possession. spirituality, it's like being it's like practicing medicine, where someone can have a headache, but it can be for multiple reasons. It's not always the same reason. Sometimes it's lack of water. Sometimes it's because your sugar levels are too high or too low. Sometimes it's you need your iron levels are off. But it's all the same symptoms, right? So when it comes to dreaming about monsters, sometimes it's because of you've taken on, you're being possessed by a certain spirit. And there's different levels of possession. You can be possessed completely, where your body is just a completely different person. You can be possessed partially, where it kind of fade in and out, or to the point where they don't come in and out, but they're always in your head telling you to do this, telling you to do that, and you're fighting with that. Or they just mess with your emotions a lot. Or maybe they just mess with what you see, and you thought you saw a 1, but it really was a 7, things like that. Or sometimes it's so low that all they can do is just mess with you in your dreams. So either way, if that's the case and they're dreaming about monsters a lot, or someone's dreaming about monsters a lot, sometimes it could be something you're not dealing with, or it could be a possession that's happening. Now, how that possession is happening, it could happen through a movie, it could happen through music, it could happen through a friend who has that spirit on them. It can happen through, family members who are those monsters themselves, or strangers or whatever. There's different ways to get possessed by the energy. So to deal with that type of thing, like I did with my son, he had that issue one time. He got possessed by watching a scary movie. So then he kept dreaming about scary things. So then I did a contract breaking ritual myself. I did it on him. I broke the contract off of him. He didn't even know I did it. I just told his mother, I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. And I did it, and he was with his mom, sleeping. I'm in my apartment in a whole different place. You don't even know I'm doing it. Boom, boom, boom. I asked the next day, mom, actually I waited a couple days. I asked her, yeah, is he still having nightmares? She was like, no, he said he hadn't had any nightmares. And he had nightmares for a few days in a row. He said, no, he had any nightmares. I was like, yeah, you're good, because I broke it a few days ago, so he shouldn't have any, right? So breaking contracts can get rid of the monsters in the dreams. See, my soul flower, how can I connect with an ancestor that I'm not familiar with? You'll probably need a guided meditation session to do that, right? So Duüblè can do the guided meditation session. I do them, but they're part of a whole package deal when I do things. So, but if you just want specifically just that, then you go to Duüblè, and she'll help you to do that. Short contracts to break. I feel like I've been working for years, and the more I try, the harder it is. I don't do any extra spending now. Yeah, if you need any help with the contracts, just say you book your session. And we'll help you with that. Let's go to crystalinemars.com. We'll help you with that, Nikki. I need to do my birth chart. Yes, Soul Rocker. So I do birth charts, but it's going to be with a whole package deal. So if you just want the birth chart, go to Duüblè at crystalinemars.com. I'll do one more question.
Somebody in the box.
Oh, somebody in the box. So we'll probably do 2 questions.
Oh, that ain't a question.
I don't want to do this. Okay. You want to get started front? Okay. So Priscilla said, me and my boys just laid their dad to rest. I wonder what he expects from me. Well, I don't know your relationship with the father. But I'm sure that he would want your assistance in feeling connected with the boys. So you could do like a candle ritual. You could do 3 white candles, or I don't know how many boys you have, but a candle for you and for each boy, and y'all each light your candles, for him, praying to him, and you all should write down like on a piece of paper. And you don't have to, it depends on your relationship, but they definitely have them write on a piece of paper of them, talking about what they want, about their feelings, their love, and all that kind of stuff for their father. And then have them, after they light the candles and they don't have to say that, they can say it out loud, or they can say it to themselves, and then, burn the paper, and then put the ashes, put them on a tray or something, and then throw the ashes out into nature, into water, or anything like that. So you can do that. All right, so we'll do one more question. You dream of keys, what does it mean? I mean, I guess it sounds like some doors need to be open. I learn how to meditate. I guess I was finished with that. As far as learning how to meditate, the real key to meditation is conscious traveling through the imagination world. I'll just put it that way. That's the key to meditation. That's the purpose of meditation, is to, when you close your eyes, try to visualize things on purpose. Try to see things. Just like when you're dreaming, you're seeing stuff. That's how you get the downloads. So when you're meditating, you want to try to see the downloads. You want to envision things. Now, sometimes you may have trouble with that. So you can use crystals to help you. You can hold on to crystals. You can hold on to plants. You can hold on, especially if you can hold on to anything that's like really old. Something that's really old, that has a lot of like old ancestral energy to it, that can definitely help you to travel and see things and activate things. So in the meditation world, so that you can do some real meditation and get some real answers. And we will end it there.